Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Having bought a car at Webuycars, you'd think I learned my lesson. Yet again, we find ourselves buying another car at Webuycars. And this is a special one because it's a performance car and also it's my new daily. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I'll be taking you through the purchasing process of this 2014 Golf R line, the challenges I encountered when I was purchasing this car, the pros and cons I observed before I purchased this car, and also the challenges I encountered after having purchased this car, the after sales service to be specific. This car was for sale at Webuycars, the Dome, and I was very far from this branch, and also considering my availability, leave at work, it was kind of a challenge to go to the branch itself. So what I had in my exposure was obviously the report, the Dekra report, that's obviously online, and also I requested the service history from VW, and then I tried the car vertical report. I mean, all the YouTube channels we tune into these days, they will speak about car vertical. So I personally didn't think it worked in South Africa, but this was a great opportunity for me to test it out. To make things easier, I'll be comparing two Golf Rs. I was actually looking at buying this one. So I had to just decide whether I'm taking this blue one or the silver one. So I'll just also show you the points that assisted me in determining which Golf to buy. I'll be comparing the service history and also the car vertical report. So it's blue and silver, right? I'll be conducting this in that sequence, starting with the blue and then the silver. So the report you're looking at is for blue. So as you can see, blue, all the services have been proactive. It hasn't been towed in whatsoever. Warranty claims, it's the services only, brake fluid service as well. So it's very interesting when you will see silver's report. It'll give you a very clear view as to what kind of a driver silver's owners was. Blue has been serviced at almost one dealership consistently, and also the correlation between the service date and the mileage, the odometer, is also ascertaining that there hasn't been any mileage fraud. But obviously the car vertical report is supposed to actually confirm that. So this report for me is quite vague. I'm not sure whether I'm using it correctly. Damage legal status looks good. Theft, no issues. Mileage fraud, there's nothing, there's no data on that at all. So as you can see, the damages, natural disasters, nothing of that kind. Mileage fraud for me was important because it would correlate with the service history that I just showed you. Okay, now that we've done blue's report, let's have a view at silver's report. So we'll start firstly with this one from VW. So although silver's mileage is greater than blue's mileage, the report is quite extensive. So the brake pads have been changed for a number of times. I'm also spotting a no-show to a service, and what I'm seeing is also a number of warranty claims, such as the thermostat housing, radiator, and also the gear lever elbow. So to me, the brake pads, the frequency indicates perhaps that the driver was a bit harsh on the brakes, and it is a wear and tear item, fully acknowledge that, but the frequency in which they changed them I believe that, sort of like gives you a glance as to, how this car was driven. I mean, it is a performance car, I fully note that. So this report is by size, of course, a bit lengthy as compared to Blue's, and the no-shows for me are a bit concerning. Customer cancel, okay, for whatever reason that might be. Front discs. Look, this is a warranty item. I eventually had to change discs on my Golf because when I was braking, the car would wobble. So we'll get to that in a moment. The car vertical report for me, for silver, was a deciding factor that I will not be proceeding with purchasing silver. And there seems to be more green lights for blue. Both the car vertical report and also the service history from VW. So as you can see, straight ahead, damage. Odometer looks good, legal status looks good. Again, guys, I'm not sure where car vertical get the information. At least there's a bit of mileage verification on silver, just only for the 4th of 2024. Again, I'm not certain how car vertical retrieves this information, but at least, there was some sort of attempt to get mileage. Damage, again, it's clear. And then you get details of the damage on this particular screen. Germany, I'm not sure whether the car drove to Germany. I doubt. But yes, on the right front, there is a damage according to the car vertical report. So I immediately liaised with the sales representative to sort of like zoom into taking pictures for me on that very side. But unfortunately, the response was absent, literally. For me, that gave it away to say perhaps he knows about the damage. But regardless, it was enough for me to know that I won't be taking silver. Okay, moving on to Blue's Dekra report. The pictures I've seen already from the ad at Webuycars. So I was particularly looking at what else is damaged. What damage is to expect when I purchase Blue. I'm very much worried about engine mechanical repairs, or damages when I look at the Dekra report. So with the pictures, you can already have an understanding as to visually what to expect. So I'm not so worried about that. And the repairs for, visuals, say maybe scratches, seats, it's not as substantial as damages on the engine. There's actually nothing concerning apart from the faults that have been, listed here from the diagnostic. And I did a research on the extent of the damage of those faults. Till this day, I'm driving with those faults. So, if you're not even mechanically inclined, you won't even notice those faults. Everything is functioning the way it's supposed to. I'll do a deep dive of the faults on our next video. But as you can see, all checks out. Very good when it comes to the engine, which I know is the biggest red flag, is the biggest concern, when purchasing a high performance car, or any car for that matter. I wanted to see the Golf at its original state, so I removed both front and rear spoiler. Let me know down in the comments if you also prefer this look. I had a coolant leak on this hose, which was as a result of the air filter housing, so I had to shift it a bit to accommodate a new pipe. So I got these from Temu. Even this smaller button, it came with the package. If there's anyone knowing where I can get this panel, please let me know. It's cracked a bit, if you can see. It's cracked. I don't know what happened. Good job. But it still works perfectly, but I just don't like this crack.
So let's just attempt to take this out. This came with the box. I'm just going to try to wedge it out and just see it. But wow, it's actually very convenient. I'm using one hand because I have to record feedback. Okay. Oh jeez. Okay, there we go. This is one side, then it's the other side. There we go. Pop. Pop. Come on. There we go. That wasn't so bad. It wasn't bad at all. They don't look original. But yeah, they're going out now. Because they have this sort of like foil. Oh, sharks. They actually look the same. You see what happens with time. I'm hoping the ones I'm going to put in there actually last a bit longer. But anyway, now you can see the difference here is this one is silver, which I think will be a great feature in this car. So I'm just going to wedge this one out. And I'll start with it. Come on now. Oh, okay. Let's start with this piece. So I'm just going to look at the new one. Get an idea of how it fits. Okay, so you see, with these, it means you need to pop it from the top. So I'm going to do just that. Now let me just do this. Just drag it from here. There we go. You just pop right out. Out to the old and the new. Now I'll just pop this one out as well. Okay, this bone. I'll leave this bone right here. Stay right here, baby. Okay, I just want to try to wedge it out. You know when they say, don't wait for all the tools to begin, like it goes with the saying that don't overplan, eventually at the end of the day you need to execute. So me without a selfie stick, this is me executing. This is me executing. The selfie stick will get me when I follow already. Okay. This one is a pain, but it will come out eventually. Come on. I'm gonna put the camera down. Let me put it like this. I'm gonna make it down. Okay, cool. Let's see. It doesn't work, but anyway. Let's put it like this and see. Okay. I'm gonna make it plan quickly. I hope you'll be able to see, guys. Okay, so recording. Okay, I hope you can see. Some things need two hands, guys. Literally. Some things need two hands, not one. There we go. It's out. I hope you can see it. This is it. It's out, guys. That wasn't easy at all. Anyway, put it here. I have a couple of brushes here which I think I can use to just clean this thing out. Okay, you will see all of this in the Temu unboxing. Okay, that will probably come before. Okay, that's what we have for cleaning. We'll clean it out of it. Just remove the dust. Remove the old stuff. Okay. It's looking good. New one. That's this thing. This thing to a lot, actually. Okay, let's see. Is it in? That was quick. Oh, literally so quick. You just pressed it in. Literally. Okay, that's good. Okay, this bone doesn't come with the Temu thingy, but it still looks good. Alright. Then, we put it on this little baby right here. Hold it from the bottom. From the bottom. And just put it on. Let's do this. Okay. Did I forget how to install this? Okay, this screws. Okay, we learn as we go, guys. We learn as we go. Where does this thing fit? Okay, there you go. And I think we just push it in. Okay, there you go. In position down here. Can you see? Okay, this in position. Okay, looks like it's in position. Can you see? Okay. Looks like it's flush in position. I'm not so happy about this one. Okay, this looks good, I think. Looks squishy. There's no going down from here. Okay, it's looking good. Then after that, it's time for these bad boys. I feel like you just push these in. Nothing to it. Where's the... Okay, there we go. It's looking good already. Already looking good. Okay, the other side. Just do what you're doing on this one. Push from the bottom first. Yes, this looks so good. This looks so good. Jeez. Oh, no. This is dope. This is, jeez. Talk about it again, knob. Okay.
Alright, now that this is done, we're gonna deal with this trimming right here. You see what it's doing? Literally peeling off, so I'm gonna just try and lift it. That was nice and easy.
I just peel it out like this, like so. Peel out like so. Like so. You see, it's just a picture. Okay, I'll peel it all around like this. Okay, there we go. Out with the audio. In with the new yo. I'm just gonna clean it up again, same as I did with the other one. With all the things that have been falling off here. Just clean it off. Okay, look, probably done a better job with the water. But yeah, we are here now. How does it actually even look like that? Okay, dope. Unbox this. Okay, this is how it looks like. This is a new one. Timu. So I think we clipped it on this before we actually push it in. So let's do that. And mind you guys, I'm using one hand for this because I'm recording for you guys. So I've joined the Golf 7 squad now. Am I welcome in the squad? I hope I am. I hope I'm doing the right things. Share comments down below if you know I need to show anything in detail. Okay, there's something that's not been shown yet.
A bit of a gap here, which I believe shouldn't be. Okay, can you see that gap? There's a bit of a small gap here. Okay, I'll just peel it. Okay, let me do this.
All for the content. Okay, there's a bit of a gap here, which I don't like. It looks like it's in place, but it just doesn't close the gap.
We're having a bit of a problem here. Right here. So because of this, it doesn't want to close flush. So I just want to get a razor or scissor. Just cut it flush. Be back. Guys, it's looking so clean.
It's looking so clean. It's looking so beautiful. It's looking good. What do you think? I think it looks okay. It's so dope. Okay, it's stuck now. But yep, this is that.
And then now we're gonna deal with this. We're gonna deal with this guy over here. So for this, I'm not actually having a fix, but I have some sort of cover. Suede cover. Let's look for it in this bag. Probably sponsored by Timu. I'm kidding. I'm not sponsored by Timu.
But it would be nice to be sponsored by Timu. So this is how it looks like. Let's put it in. This is what we do. This is how we do it. This is how we do it, I guess. Boom. Okay. It feels so good. It feels so good. Let me use a match. This is perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect. Let me just make sure it fits properly on the other side. Okay. This is so clean. This is so clean. This is what I'm talking about.
So guys, if you have this panel right here, please help me find it. Let's get the R line looking clean, please. Not the R line, the R.
The R machiature. So the rest of the stuff is actually just to oh shucks, yes. This is for the wheel.
We were cruising nicely with the Golf until issues started. I wish if I had a nice story to tell about, my experience with the Golf. But unfortunately, good times didn't come without the hard times. And the first headache was the alternator failing. So the alternator had left the chat, and I would have never assumed the alternator would fail on this car. So I got the insurance to tow it to the nearest VW, and unfortunately the bill was so much that I simply couldn't continue with that option because the shortfall was simply too much. I think I had to pay around 109,000. So what made it so extraordinary is that they did a full diagnostic of the car and they picked up that the entertainment unit had to be replaced as well. And you will see now on the quote, I've just posted it now. And the alternator itself costed 26,000 plus the labor. The total cost was 140,000, which I simply could not pay the shortfall for. And obviously the insurance, they did not even cover 5% of that cost. So if you want a breakdown of the second headache I had of the insurance I thought I had, comment down below. There's an issue I experience with the Golf every time I'm coming to a standstill or anytime I'm braking. The car would vibrate, everything in the car would wobble, the phones, everything. And I tried to ask around what the issue might be, The insurance again did not cover this. Wear and tear item, fully understand that. But sometimes you have an insurance and then you really sit and believe you are covered until you have to read the fine print. So maybe the advice is just read the fine print thoroughly. So I got advice from someone at VW to change discs and brake pads, and that was the cure. The last problem I experienced was the oil pressure problem, and we all know this is relating to the heart of the engine. I must say this problem tore me apart because I understood that worst case scenario we might be facing some engine issues.
The oil pressure light. If you've got an oil pressure light on your GTI, you must know that your engine is cooked. You need a new motor.
I mean, this was the last nail on the coffin, really. You know, having to think that the engine is cooked. Where am I even going to begin? You know, what have I done buying this car off? The oil sensors you just saw were the solution for me. One of them was visibly passing oil through, so I believe that was the culprit. I changed those two sensors, I changed the filter, I changed the oil. Till this day I'm driving. The car is sitting at 110,000, so we're still cruising until something else comes up. But for the moment I'm simply going to enjoy this car.
If you like this kind of content, like, share, and subscribe. The E30 will be coming back very soon. Anyways, thank you for the patience. The videos have been coming very poorly in terms of consistency, but we'll get there eventually.